Hi, good evening to my Nigerian and other other zone uh, audience, and then good morning, good afternoon, as it might relate to where you are joining from. Welcome. It's time for Mind Your Character with Bosede Olusola-Obasa, and it's a beautiful Friday. Here in Nigeria, it's June 12th, and that makes it Democracy Day, a day when we celebrate the years and about 3 decades already of democracy. We're super grateful and we're thankful for where we are on the journey. Great one to have you join me. If you have followed the show for, say, up to 3 weeks concurrently, you would have observed that I've been on a journey of sales and how it interrelates with customer service habits. Before I go into the main thing that I have today, once again, happy Democracy Day to all Nigerians. And I like checking up to just ask how are you doing, and to encourage you to know that the best is always just ahead. Um, I'm a Christian, and God's word helps us realize that our best is never um, behind us. Our best is always ahead of us. Meaning that wherever you are, whatever your situation or experience might be at the moment, you have hope. The hope that says that things can definitely turn out greater, better, and more encouraging and exciting. So, what's my counsel for you today? Do not give up as much as it depends on you. And as much as God helps the situations around you to work together in your favor, trust and obey. As you do, you always have a reason to be excited. So let's talk about one of the things that should excite you. Sales excites a lot, do you know? Sales can be very, very exciting. Lack of sales can be very, very demoralizing. When you open up a shop or a business, whether it's online, whether you are doing drop shipping, whether you are doing e-commerce, whether you are doing actual working clients service, no matter what you do, sales is very, very important. Sales is a very, very beautiful thing. That moment when somebody decides to give you money in exchange for your adverts, in exchange for one thing or the other that you have done. But there's one thing that you can do that can also bring sales, and that has been what I've been discussing. I've had times within these sessions I've been taking to talk about RCV, our organization, and how that we have had a story of repeated sales and referrals from serving a particular client, and the success story of it, the ease it has brought, the beauty it has brought, the reputation it has brought, the trajectory it has built is a beautiful one. So if I sit here and put a course together to teach you about the relationship between customer service habits, good ones, and when it's bad, the effect, but the good ones, customer service habits and sales, you should listen to me, because myself and my team have a very decent um, testimonial around this. And so we are not just sharing from book knowledge, we're also sharing from our experience as a business team. From our experience as a business team. So that's what we have been talking about. And we actually have packaged a training. You can take this training at your own time. It's just that it's a new product on our stable, and we are making a lot of noise about it because we know how important this is to business. Why again are we making so much noise about sales and customer service? Because it can be very, very tricky. It's possible not to know that you are doing things that are affecting sales. So let's paint this scenario. You enter into a new year, you have a budget for sales, specifically marketing. So marketing is that part of your business arrangement that creates awareness with the intention of selling. So marketing isn't just creating awareness for awareness sake. Marketing intends for you to sell. So and then you budget. You have a budget, you set up a team, you encourage, you bring goals. There's usually a target for marketing. If we put in this spend, what are we hoping to get from it? If we launch this campaign, what is the projection, or what's the projected return based on this? And so you try to look at, if we sell this so much units, if you sell things that can be counted per unit, what would the profit margin be, and how would it not only repay us for the marketing effort but also bring profit? How can this go from bringing initial first time profits to helping the business scale? How does business begin to expand on account of sales? There's nothing that gives sales wings. That gives business success wings like sales. People can give you money, they can invest in your business. People can, you can have angel investors. You can even have people who are just giving you a grant. Like, try and see what you can make out of this. Patronage, which is another name for sales, is one of the things that gives life to your adventure in any business. It's amazing that plenty business people understand this much, and maybe even more. However, they seem to actively work hard opening the front door through marketing, intended destination, sales, repeated sales, and all that. However, as they open the front door with the intention to sell, which is a good one, kudos to everybody who is spending to see sales happen. You're on track. You're doing a great thing. Your business cannot survive without sales. If you're an individual salesperson, because the last 3 weeks or 2, I specifically spoke about customer service habits of great salespeople. And we saw those things. They are as little as ever. When the Bible said that, take out the little foxes that spoil the vine. Honestly, customer service belongs to that category of issues, strategies that look so little, they look so mundane. You are racking your head, sitting around strategy sessions, doing projection, calling a data analyst to do a thing or two, and beautiful figures are in front of you. There's data in front of you. All of those things are so important. They can help you set a definite goal such that you can hit on the exact goal that you have set for yourself. So it's absolutely good. It's important. However, moving on from there, what happens? What does your team do? Many of these team members are not even in that place where you are discussing these strategies, or you come and debrief them. Maybe as CEO, you meet with the marketing head, you meet with the social media head, you meet with all the people that you believe are important to selling in the world that we are today. and then you're done, you now get someone to debrief every other person on the team. What are your team members doing? What do they know about the nitty-gritties of the goal you are about or trying to achieve? So today, I am telling you about the training we have put together. It's a product. Request for it at your own time. Yes, we may have announced 13th as a day when we are hosting, but you can ask for this training at your own convenience. We have set up a page on our website to help you know how you can navigate this. You can request for the training and book a date. And then we can talk about how many persons are coming and the rest. But this training is not restricted to just one hosted event. It is a new product in our line of value producing products as one of the finest customer service training delivering organization you can ever come across in Nigeria. And it's titled Improve Your Customer Service Habits, Sell Better. So it is one training that shows you how you have opened the front door. Kudos to you. You're doing a great job. Kudos to you for the spend that you put into marketing annually. The way they will say, I see you. I see the amount that you put into social media to galvanize your social media so that more people, and you're always looking at the metrics and asking yourself, are the right person seeing what we are posting? Oh, the demography and the rest of them. These things are beautiful. They are important. So this is not a training that is trying to teach you something new. It's trying to show you something so old you are taking for light. You are taking for granted. And it's so powerful. Of all the marketing patterns you'd ever set up in this life, there is one that is cheapest. It is customer service. There is one that is more direct in achieving its goals. It is customer service. There is one that is fastest and most secure. It is customer service. Whilst you can go out and market, let's say you're even doing a road show. Let's take road shows as example of your sales bit, your sales effort for a particular year. I mean, don't forget, and selling is an important conversation now because we are stepping into the second half of the year and everybody is looking at their numbers already. Hey, what was I able to do between January and June? Hey, what can we do better? Why didn't this one produce maximally? What else can we throw into the bracket? How better can this be? People are getting ready now for their half-year retreats. People are getting ready now for their half-year results. People are getting ready now for reviews. You're going to sit down and strategize and ask questions. All of this is very important to any intentional team or business. But when you open the front door and you galvanize sales through marketing, and you indeed, as a matters craftsperson that you are, succeed in bringing people in, what does your team do with the people that come in? Because what they do will be tantamount to opening the back door to let them go, or keeping the back door secure to keep them in. Will be tantamount to either opening the back door. Remember the efforts you made to open the front door. Remember the spend, remember the investment, remember the effort, remember the campaign, remember the road shows, remember the social media investment to grow followers. Remember the time you put in. Remember the nutcracker sessions. Beautiful. Honestly, I think that most businesses are doing phenomenally well when it comes to opening the front door. But what are you doing with the back door? What's the leader doing? What are the unit heads doing? What are the departmental heads doing? What's the line manager doing? What are the foot soldiers doing? What are your marketers doing? What are your sales agents doing? Is there a general thought pattern that is weaving everybody's activity together to produce the same result of keeping the customer in, much enough for them to begin to pull others in for your business? And this does not matter what kind of business that you do. Whether you're a petty trader, it works. Whether you're a conglomerate, it works. Startup, it works. NGOs, it works. Training organization and consulting, it works. This will work across every kind of business. And customer service, we have found and put together in this training, is habit sponsored. It's habit sponsored because habits tell us about actions you repeatedly take. Sometimes you have become unwittingly so, sometimes you are intentionally so. Actions that your team and your leaders and everybody on that organizational platform, what do they do with the people you're bringing in? What they do determines whether you get the trust of the people who have bought already, because it's important to win the trust of those who have patronized you already. The patrons of the last thing you sold, do they have a good evidence, a good testimonial about how you served them? That counts for so much. What have they gone to town with? What narrative have they gone to town with? What story have they gone to town with? This is important. And everything that touches the customer is customer service. Touches, and touching can be negative or positive. Everything that you do that touches the customer is customer service. From a touch as valid as ensuring they get what they paid for, to as important as giving them a surprise they were not expecting, maybe in a freebie, maybe in a thoughtful gesture. From so much to so little. Everything in between that and that touches the customer is called customer service. It's amazing how interesting. A lot of people say they don't like marketing. Have they tried customer service? It will amaze you that many of the people on your team who do not like to hit the streets can be the better people to be indoors, back end, catering to the needs, aspirations, and expectations of the customer. At the end of the day, everybody is in the game. That's why one of our training package that we call Customer Service Mindset Reset, in that training, we say that customer service is not just somebody's business, it is everybody's business. Customer service isn't just somebody's business, it is everybody's business. When you own a team that understands that as an equalizer, a leveler, then you have a team where the door out is perpetually secure, and the people you bring in from your active marketing activities can be preserved. What's the importance of preserving them? How useful is this? Preserving them is so important because the guys you bring in will bring others in. But wait, they aren't coming in with the fear of the guy who never knew you before. They are coming in on the heels of a testimonial. So they are coming in with some level of trust in your brand. Can you see the difference between the two? It's not the same at all. So in this training, when you sign up for it, remember you can do that at the convenience of your team. We're always here by the grace of God. You can always, and you can see details about it on our website even as I speak now. The guys who come in through referrals of someone who has bought from you before aren't coming in hoping, will it work, will it not work? You know that feeling when someone first marketed something to you and you told yourself, let me give it a try. You are investing a deposit of trust, hoping that it will be worth the risk. But when someone is the one that told someone else about a product, there's this level of confidence they come in with, hoping that the same thing that this person said about the brand will be my experience. And that's where the word experience comes. Experiences must be created intentionally. Many businesses are creating experience without knowing. And because they are not intentional, sometimes they get it right, at other times they don't get it right. But businesses who understand customer service as a sales game plan have learned to master experience creation such that they can always get it right over and again. And then that becomes the story that the brand goes to market with. There's so much to unpack around the power of customer service in complementing your marketing effort to create sales. By all means, if you spend plenty money and you make plenty noise, people will come. I tell you, we have an environment where people take minimal trust at the beginning. You can take any industry for an example. You can take real estate. You can take banking, telecoms, and the rest. There are some telecom service providers in Nigeria today that everybody already believes that. Don't even try them when it comes to data. How did they get there? Narration. People said something about them. And enough people said something to a point where people felt, you want to risk your hard-earned money, you want to go and spend it on something that will clear. And there are still some that people are barely coping with today. If they have an alternative, I am trying not to mention names because it's not good for their business. There are some today, people are staying with them because they have technical wherewithal. But service, people are not too good with their service like that. Not because they will not be available, but because you will spend through your nose on nose reels to get something that you desire, in terms of not just an active data but also pocket friendly. So these guys are not pocket friendly at all. But you see, there are so many of those things. We also have a training package called what customers will never stop paying for. That's another training package that we have. And you need to know. Not to know is the offense, is the crime of the 21st century, because knowledge is everywhere. It's on the table just for you to pick. Knowledge is everywhere. And one of the things you must do actively as a business person of the 21st century is learning. What you learned yesterday, update today. It's time for every business person watching right now or catching up with this to go and overhaul or audit your team when it comes to service readiness. How ready is your team? You have spent a whole lot to bring people in. How ready is the team that wants to serve them? Do they know what to look out for? Do they know how to take the burdens off their chest? You know, today everywhere in my chest. Omo, you see Gen Z, the thing they will cause. Let me not go there, beg. Let me feel say I'm good. It's the way they shout my chest. And if you are a very dramatic mother, you're already pacing here and kilo. Nothing, no, it's just slang. Anyway, let's get back to what we are saying. That was on a lighter note. So the point here I'm making today is there's a training by RCV, the organization I work for, that is ready to help your team. You have lost enough clients. You have wasted marketing spend enough. Something as light as this shouldn't spoil the hard thing that you are. You know where they say hardware and software. Hardware and software. Don't let your software spoil your hardware or any other way. There's a timekeeper here that is telling me that I have 1 minute more. Okay, thank you. So it's a beautiful one. I should free the Gen Zs. I'm not about ready to free them. I have them in my house. I'm just sharing testimony of my experience. Thank you, Victoria, Stephen Oluyemi, and thank you, Stephen Oluyemi. I see you guys. I'll just try not to break the flow of my thoughts. So, what have I spoken about today? Nigerian businesses, you need to listen to RCV. We are here to help you. We have seen the gaps in the way you do business. We have seen the hard things, the hardcore things you are looking out for. We can tell you that those things are important, but you are leaving a small hole in your door. And everything tries to run away through that place. And it doesn't happen all at once. All of a sudden, a client is no longer responding. All of a sudden, someone who has bought before cannot refer you. And you think it happened suddenly. No. You thought it was your village people. No, they didn't have a hand in this. Probably they were not even in Nigeria the day that one happened. Someone said jocularly some years ago that sometimes Satan came to the presence of God and said, do you see what these your people are doing? The day they said something happened in this woman's house, I was far away in Afghanistan. You know I'm not omnipresent. And God said, it's true. Whether that joke is too much of a cruise or whether it has any substance, you and I know it doesn't have substance, right? But it teaches us that Satan is actually not omnipresent. Your village people are not omnipresent. Forget all that thing. There is just one person that is omnipresent, and that's God himself. But what's the point I'm making? You need to get back after seeing this video, audit your team. And if you don't know how to audit what your team is doing, call us 081 061 20819. We're not just a training organization. We are your technical support partner. We support your brand. We support your brand to help you. Enough of losses. Enough of... We have clients who started with us when this business started. They are still with us today. And there are clients who we are sure will do business with us at least once every year. Okay, it's true that some clients that we have worked with may have what they need. They may have gotten what they need from us and they have moved on to something else. But majority of our clients who understand the different dynamics and dimensions to our services are still in with us. So why doesn't your first client buy anymore? I'm looking forward to doing a series where I'm going to do industry-based talk on this matter so that you can see, but certain things are basic, they are generic. So I've been talking about things that are generic. Communication, I've mentioned it as I wrap up. What are you doing with communication? How do you start a communication? How do you sustain a communication? How do you, even if there's anything like close a communication and then restart it again? So it's so important for you to know that communication is important. How do you care for expectations? Some people work with customers, they don't even know that customers come with expectations. Even in the story or analogy I told you about, someone has traded with you before, transacted business with you before, and then they told another person, which is a referral, and then the person comes. That referral is coming with an expectation. They are always coming expecting something. You need to be a master at what you do. Be able to know what the average person who comes to your business may be expecting, and position yourself to provide it. Provide it. Provide it. Provide it. So this is not me saying that you should go back and shout down on your team. That's not what auditing is. You need them to achieve this goal. And if you don't work with them, may you never walk alone. All right. So thank you so much. It's been a beautiful one. Balancing sales and service is a critical skill to learn, but there are habits that sponsor it. That's what this particular training package is about. And habits, because we're human, and we need to know what habits support or do not support the kind of sales we're trying to make. How important is trust? That's a big conversation for the room. I mean, we can't let everything out of the bag. But if you have followed this series since I started, you would have picked up so much, enough to help you start. But last week, I told you that my mom will usually say, "Gbamu otomba." And she said, "Gbamu otomba," when she's telling you that you can't be taking, what's it called now? Something of the iceberg. And then you are taking all the tip of the iceberg, and you're expecting that all the tip of the iceberg from several places we now feel the void. No. Sometimes you need to dive, you need a deep dive. And for a deep dive, sign up. Sign up with RCV, and we will be so glad to work with you. All right. Thank you so much. If I must give you a final dash before I go today, as part of your customer service readiness, ensure that you don't miss your client's call. And when you miss a call, please call back. Do not ask people to call you back. And can I advise you, if you're a business person and you're probably still starting, don't be that person who says, "I don't pick numbers I don't know." Did you steal somebody's money? Did you defraud someone? If you're still at that point, so you must understand what level your business is. Those ones are conversations for the room. And one of the good things I love to do at trainings is to answer questions. So what are you missing by being that person who is not ready to pick your calls? And by the time you are calling back, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, someone told me about you, or I saw something about you and I wanted to speak with you, but I've spoken to another person." You lose when you snooze. Yeah, clock that. All right, so everybody, thank you. It's been beautiful, and I must truly thank my two companions this afternoon. It's so beautiful to see. Even me, I'm learning from the things they are typing in here. Thank you, guys. God bless you. It's time for me to say goodbyes now. Ensure that you enjoy your June 12. Be that person in Nigeria that is adding value. All right, so anniversaries come, but for me, anniversaries are times to think and ruminate, to ask critical questions. Yes, government, federal government do this, Lagos, state government do this, but what about you? Do your own bit too. If everyone does their bit, we'll be fine ultimately. The truth is, we all have a bit to do. I see people go out for those who say, "Oh, let's pray, let's this, let's that." Don't shut other people down when they talk. The fact that it pains you, it pains them too, but let everybody have free expression. It's important. And as we go on, let us hope for a better Nigeria. I, Olusola-Obasa, and the team at RCV were all committed to ensuring that life becomes better, we have saner societies, and businesses thrive. That's why we're here today. We call ourselves Value Adding Team. So yes, it's a nice time spent with you, and we will be excited to hear your call. 081-061-20819. Dial, and there'll be no missed calls, I assure you. And if there's ever a missed call, you are sure that that call will ring you back within the few minutes. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now, everyone.